So yeah, come here, live it, no explanation. What's my limit? Your daily expiration. I mean, listen. I mean, that, again, I just felt like you were describing life, right? We come here to live it. Our parents, right? You know, they put us here. They want us, to, have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Any parent wants their child to have. So when you said that, come here, live it, no explanation, because there's really no explanation. They can't explain. Oh, I want you to have a good time or whatever the. And when you say that, come here, live it, no explanation. What's my limit? Your daily exploration. That's just life. You know what I'm saying? Anything that we're all doing here, just whatever you have the energy, the will to do. That's your limit. That's what you're here to do. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, yeah, we do have so this is what I was gonna say with the whole God thing. Again, the proximate God is our parents. So that's the explanation, but it's not the full explanation, right? It's like, okay, our parents can tell us why they put us here, but that's not the full story. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the proximate gods. But, like, you have to look up to them to a certain respect if you want to further inquire on these type of, purpose, meaning to why, what we're doing here and whatnot. But yeah, I thought, again, I'm going to break down the whole, but that first part, I mean, that's a whole thing right there. Okay, so you said from there, what's this casket? It's not the sky. If I send a rocket, I'm asking, will I reach the stars? I think that's an interesting thing too. This part I didn't really break down per se at that time from what I remember. But when you say, what's this casket? I mean, technically, you can say the body's a casket. People say in the Egyptian proverb times, they say that, we're a walking tomb. You know what I mean? And so from how I interpret that, what's this casket? I mean, everything is a body, though, at the same sense, from how I see it. Like, the Earth is a body, our galaxy is a body. So these are all different forms of a body. So when you said, what's this casket? It's not the sky. If I send a rocket, I'm asking, will I reach the stars? How I saw it, too, again, it's just how I saw, again, the casket term. It's like when you said, if I send a rocket, I'm asking, will I reach the stars? How I saw that, at least right now, it's like, where can I go? What more can I do? In terms of reaching the stars, what's next? You know what I'm saying? It's like, when people say, oh, you can, the sky is the limit. To me, it's not just this life. When we like to make those type of phrases, but the sky is the limit. Because again, most people, I don't know how to make a percentage, but a lot of people believe that there's something more, even if they may not be of a religion, this, that, the fourth. They know, like, they have an innate feeling that there's more to this. You know what I mean? And so this whole idea of, if I send a rocket, I'm asking, will I reach the stars? It's like we're in a, caterpillar right now, and we're going to look to transform to a butterfly. And then, again, from there, kind of like what you were saying, you're so susceptible. And we've had the talks before about, not wanting to come back here, right? Having the willpower to fly or do whatever the else, whatever else is possible, then getting essentially manipulated to come back here. So in terms of that rocket type of mentioning, it's like you're building your own ship out of here. You know what I'm saying? And so, and people say, go to the astral realm, practice and shit, so that once that time comes, you have that experience and stuff. But that's what I kind of saw there. And, when you said, if I send a rocket, I'm asking, will I reach the stars? That's what I gained from that point of the song. And so after that, I insist, seeing colors that don't exist in the seeing colors that don't exist, just like how everything here is an illusion. Even our spectrum for what we can perceive is only but a minuscule percentage of the spectrum for the different, wavelengths and, frequencies that are actually out there that we could perceive if we were of a different type of, I guess, makeup to our sentience. But, when you said, when it all seems so out of reach, and we know that, like, when it comes to a lot of stuff, like, the mind and body, the mind can think one thing, but then the body a lot of times isn't. I mean, we're talking about all these different things we're trying to do, goals, refrain from, limit ourselves to. So when it seems like, like you were mentioning, a lot of things are out of reach in this, I mean, that's something I feel like, of course, anybody can relate to. And then you said, my head hurts, but it feels so good. My blood flows through your neighborhood. Came low down, but high up I stood. I rise to the max, yeah, playing my wood. I mean, I thought that was pretty sexual at the very least, but that's creativity at many respects, you know what I'm saying? Because that part to me, says that maybe you're up, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe you're you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of adrenaline, there's a lot of action that I saw in that part right there. It said all this full can you dig? I fly around, yeah, shredding my is that anything associated to what you were talking about before? You mentioned sharp stick. Oh my god. Guitar. Oh, why? Okay. Okay, I don't know why I thought. Okay, I see the ST. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Both of your ears up, I rip when I screech in this. You said after that, come in. It's a lot of fun, but when they're on your ass, pack up your shit and run. I thought. I mean that right there. Come in. It's a lot of fun, but when they're on your ass, pack your and run. I mean. That explains a lot in terms of, I mean, you can just say the authorities in the conventional sense in our, our world, it says it's a lot of fun if you, it's like, let's just do something that we know we may not, we're not supposed to do, you know what I'm saying? But again, if they're on your ass, then we know we gotta, dip and all. But at the same time, you literally, what we were talking about before with you, I think we sort of, it's like, if you want to do this again, know that it's on your own. So if you're really going to be, susceptible to certain things, again, you really got to make sure you can defend yourself because we're not going to defend you. You know what I'm saying? So that can get applied to so many things there. And that's what I like about lyrics. It's like, someone can interpret it and it can hit them in a different way than it hits somebody else. Just like how I literally explained two different scenarios that have nothing to do with each other, right? For that little point there. And that's again, that can make a great artist where it's like you can make a range of people feel similar emotions with what you can invoke with your lyrics. You say, question nothing, the answer really sucks. If you want to get to know, all you can do is say, what I thought, I mean, like I said, that part right there, I mean, that's life, my guy. Like when we were talking about before, what's my limit, your daily exploration, or come here, live it, no explanation. You know what I'm saying? Then you say, question nothing, because again, there's no explanation, right? Because if you really, that's just the truth. Of course, the questioning is just always a form of human curiosity, but, because, yeah, I mean, you literally said the answers really suck. Yeah, if you really try to, get to know the quote-unquote truth, there's no truth, and all this bullshit. If you would, again, get to know it, all you can do is say, what I mean, that's the song title, you know what I mean? And that's what I was trying to, when I sent that voice, I was like, yeah, bro, this is some deep shit, you know what I'm saying? You're describing a lot of how I see a lot of people would come, when you're on your own journey, you're trying to get to know what it's like. You're kind of asking a lot of deep questions. This is how I see you lead back to. People have their own theories on stuff, this, that, but there's always going to be questions. You're still going to be questioning. It's still all what the. So yeah, I thought that was really good there. You say after that, look me in the eyes. Where are you? Tell me I'm in the sky. I might be flying over. Now that I mean, that's a whole, I can ask, when you say, look me in the eyes, where are you? Tell me I'm in the sky, I might be flying over. That's some old angelic, probably, whoa, like that. I mean, we're all technically angels, or you can say demons, depending on the person. But, yeah, I thought that was interesting there. That's a whole topic in and of itself. But following that, you said, let me bestow this upon you. Okay, yeah, that was a similar line from before, I believe. But yeah, nice line there. And then after that, you say when Buffo, is it Buffo or Buffo? Is it the type of frog, or because I've seen it before, people would look a frog and then they get all this fucking trippy lakes too, or how in terms of how you can extract. I knew that one had more context for sure, because I that term Buffo, I don't think I had much of my own understanding beforehand. So that's good to know. Thank you for that breakdown. And so after you said that, dripped his juice in my vein. The state prior to that was hard to retain. Interesting. So that point again seems personal. You said the state prior to that was hard to retain. So you're saying the state prior to having that juice in your veins. So you're talking about right. Okay. Yeah. After that being washed away by the rain, shit caught fire, it's going insane. Come get a chance to suck on my dip. Upon infinite life when I sip, losing yourself in me, get a grip. Most beautiful women came out of my rib. Of course, you know that reference, and that was a nice line there. In terms of, again, I just always, I'm just that spiritual geek. So that last reference with how it complimented what you said before, just kind of how it tied it in. I thought that was really cool. But yeah, I thought that, like, of course, after I'm, done breaking it down, you can give me more context to, your making of the different lyrics. But yeah, to your point about that, again, stanza, I forgot the term. I'm not a musician, so I don't really, I forgot. But that at least initial half of that portion definitely seems, I know a lot went over my head when it came to that portion there. But after that, you said, thought my spine, keep the pearls away from the swine. This part, yeah, I remember the end. I was like, man, this dude's getting it. Posers got you stuck in a trance. Damn, out of pocket, doing the dance. Trip, not L's, giving out a chance. Peep this ish and figure the stance. F***ing up the sheets in the headspace. Damn, what can you trust when it's all lace? Literally what we were talking a bit before. Upon what was the norm has been based. Master, show us more of your ways. Literally, whenever I see the word master, I think of masturbation. I just think of, like, these terms, like, how they us over, It's like, master, like, help me, And so, again, like, what was it, too? Like, when again, with the Saturn, I'm sure you heard of, people say, like, the Saturn used to be the sun in our galaxy or whatever and, like, there's just all these Saturnian elements with life. People say, like, the whole 666 thing and how, like, people, Lucifer, and whatever, but, like, it's describing at least carbon. And again, there's a lot of association with carbon, melanin. Everyone has melanin. And Saturn, like, it's like this black, when people think of black, it's like, when you watch a cartoon and, like, the cartoon, like, their outline around their body is in black. Like, I don't know what it is, bro, but there's something about, and then, like, you go to a graduation, like, typically it's a black gown and cap, you know what I'm saying? And, like, the square with stuff, like, there's and that's a lot of, again, in a sense, you can even go the whole, what's it called? I don't know, there's the word master, and even master, star, kind of like when someone says, there's a term I forgot, but you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a, master, you hear, like, the star truth in it. But yeah, that term is a hell of a term. There's so many ways you can break that down. But again, to me, again, like how I was telling you with, like, Capricorn, like that bestows a lot of master energy for how I see it. Like, they're again, a lot of that energy is associated towards, like, authorities and, like, government and, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even social status, and so, like, everyone wants to be their own master. Like, I don't know. So coming from you, that you end your song like that too, it was interesting because, yeah, that whole line there is like you. In terms of, like, how you said posers got you stuck in a trance. Like I mentioned to you before, I love all my friends and stuff before. But sometimes, again, like, you can get influence from other people or whatever the and now you're all up. Like you literally mentioned before, that could be anything. That could be applied to anything. Being around, then from there, like, you feel like you're getting drained and this, all that, like, other influences outside of yourself, and then, like, from there, like, you're not mastering yourself. And so it's like, in a sense, you're talking to your higher self, at the very least, your own version of yourself. Show me more of your ways. Show me how I can, just do better with my own life, or, transform out of this, so there's just that last portion there is a great way to end it, because that talked a lot about transformation there. Up sheets in the headspace. For me, again, all is energy. So I hate to, I always go back to sex, because, again, with masturbation, I think of fucking, you have a sock or a sheet, that's how I saw it. up the sheets. You know, it's interesting how like mucus. I heard like mucus and like sperm is like it's all similar essences. It's like it looks white, but then it could be brown. You know what I'm saying? Like it will turn brown once it's out of your body and shit. For the sperm, like it's just it is fucking up the sheets. It's like you're losing that form of energy out of yourself. So yeah. In your headspace, like again, this is how I see it. I know, I'm sure you have your own because this is your song, but that's how for these little points there. I mean, that's just again that was a great portion to end because like we're talking about for this year, and it's not just this year, the stink or whatever, but. Yeah, in terms of, again, all the power climbing my spine, reach so vast, it's hard to define. I told you, though, that guitar, I'm pretty sure this was the one, I was like, damn, like, that instrumental on this, too, was, like, really, because that's typically what I am. Like, I'll just listen to, like, a nice beat, relaxing, or just anything. Like, I really enjoyed, alongside the lyrical vocal component to the song. Yeah, I mean, it was a very enjoyable song, for sure. I thought it was well produced because we have a multi-dimensional set of a personality, but I really saw it in this song. It was pretty clear. I was like, man, that was a really good track.